There we go. We are live on both. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. This is a thing I can do now. And it's been a minute since I played Fortnite. I'm a little sleepy once again. But I need to get my mind off of things because I don't know. Fortnite time. What a different character. I don't have technique as like a character for some reason. Oh wow. I love. Yeah, of course your creator code has nothing to do with your username because you're a bot. Get out of here. Get out of here. I can't moderate you because my buttons don't work. Get out of here. About chat. Buttons work now. Can't moderate. Alex, you're in charge. Because the mod buttons don't work. Thank you. Good job. You get 2 peanuts for that. I pay you in peanuts. Not like an expression or something. Oh man. Welcome to the Fortnite Friday podcast. Now on a Tuesday. Because that's what we do here. We don't adhere to calendars. It's almost Christmas. That's neat. No, I don't pay you in peanuts, actually. I'm too poor for that. Eliminate player with an Nemesis AR. Sure, I can do that. So, yeah, we're on a Fortnite Friday. Now on a Tuesday. It's almost Christmas. And I'm in a little bit of a pickle. You see, I got a Christmas present from my boyfriend. And it was a piccolo trumpet that he ordered on eBay for less than 100 United States dollars. Which, if you have ever purchased an instrument, may raise a couple red flags. And it should, especially if you're like a trumpeter, you're like, oh wow, that's not an amount that you should pay for a trumpet. You should pay exponentially more than that for a decent one. And that's true. A decent trumpet would cost you more than $100. I thought that this thing would at least be playable. And so I didn't take issue with him ordering the shitty one. I was like, you know what, if you really want to give me it, fine, whatever. I'm not going to be able to stop you, for one, and for two, I would play it, even if it was shitty. Well, I stand corrected because it's worse than I thought, and I can't play it. I can't even get it into the right key. Piccolo trumpet's supposed to play in both the key of A and the key of B flat. If you use a really short slide, B flat is supposed to be doable. This one, even the smallest of the lead pipes, still plays in A. It doesn't play in B flat. If I can't play it in B flat, it's kind of a deal breaker. I'm just gonna be honest. Because I play a B flat trumpet. Because trumpets are in B flat. That's like the standard. Piccolo trumpets, the standard is A, but they're playable in B flat, usually. This one isn't, because they included weird length lead pipes that don't function properly. So we're gonna try and go through the eBay refund process. I don't know how that works, but I feel like shit because I had a $100 thing bought for me and I'm trying to refund it. So don't buy cheap instruments unless you're a percussionist, in which case, honestly, you could probably get by with cheap drums. You'd be surprised. Tank Pods is rocking a $300 drum kit on some of his live streams. But yeah, that's the story of my, that was my night so far. And that's why I need to unwind, play Fortnite, because I feel terrible. Like a bad person for trying to return a gift. But it would be for him to get his money back, realistically. Wouldn't even be me. And he could spend it as he sees fit, probably on himself. I would encourage that. I'd be like, I appreciate the gesture, but I should have recommended more heavily against this. So let's work together and try and return it. You can have your own money to spend on whatever you please. Dude, why am I rubber banding? What? Why am I not healing to full either? Why am I rubber banding? My bitrate on the stream is fine. It's just Fortnite being goofy. Let me get down there. We have to go down into the basement of the house. You hate Fortnite. You gotta relearn the whole map. Everyone ever know where anything is anymore. Used to be every house was like one of 3 cookie cutter copy paste. Nonsense. There was only like 5 spots where a chest would maybe be. Houses are different every season or every time they overhaul the map. It's a little hard to keep track of. Where is the steps to the basement? How do I get down there? Oh, here. Yeah, here we go. Icy grappler. Why am I rubber banding? Why is this happening? I've never had Fortnite lag this bad. And I don't know what it is that's doing it. I have nothing connected to the internet other than my live stream software, Fortnite itself, and then a Discord tab I have minimized. So. Could be because I'm simulcasting, but Fortnite is like the priority process. That shouldn't matter. The YouTube stream should be the first thing that lags in the pipeline. But it's not. Should be paying attention to the ping counter. Why did they move the... They moved everything over. Like, they had to move the ping counter in. Because... Ooh, I should probably not have my user ID on the screen. I had never noticed that that was there. Image. Player ID blocker. Image file. Here we got Among Us Hat Kid. It's official artwork, by the way. Because there's now like crossover stickers, on Steam, which I think is adorable and hilarious. Nuclear sneeze, yes. I figured that picked up, but I didn't want to say anything. Oh, what's your question, soldier? Am I really sick? Go away. Leave. You wrote that entire song out in the form of a letter. I think I'm hardly the silly one. Watermelon. Trying to tell me watermelon's a gourd. I don't care that you're right. You're a nerd. This is why you're at 2,000 chats in my streams, is because you do stuff like this, where you just type song lyrics line by line. Try and blame it on me. This is your own doing. Like, I could not conceive that you had even chatted that many times. I couldn't. Dude, what is happening? Why is my mouse accelerating weird? This has been happening all week. It's been happening all week where my mouse just decides it's gonna scroll really fast for no reason. I'm like losing it. Hold on, I gotta search. Give me the what's this thing? Logitech G Hub. Give me G Hub. Got it. G502 Hero. What is happening? Why is it doing this? Sensitivity. Ooh. 1,400. How about you? I think I upped my DPI at one point. Here, I'm lowering it down to 1,900. Alright, we're gonna ready back up. You don't get to skip school, but you're sick? Nonsense. Mom has the flu, you have the flu. Just tomorrow, you gotta fake it really hard. What you do. Be like, I'm miserable. And then like, fine. And then maybe they'll let me stay home too, just because you got to. You think you got the flu? Well, Mom says she had the flu, so I'm gonna just assume that you also have the flu by proxy. Because you're both sick at the same time, so it would probably be the same sickness, seeing as we live in the same household. Coughing into you? Yeah. Imagine that, but on the stage, because it was happening on the stage. Dude, every year after a major concert, it's like, okay, now it's time for everyone to contract illness all at once. Yippee! Yay! I hope it's the mouse pad and not the mouse, because this is driving me nuts. And I would hate for the sensor on my mouse to be going bad. Not that that's like a thing that happens with these kinds of mice. They're some of the most reliable mice out there. So it's probably just my mouse pad being lumpy. Or maybe it's random crap getting stuck in the sensor. I don't know. Maybe like a Q-tip. If I use a Q-tip, it'll get the dust out of there. I don't know. What's my challenge for this round? I forgot. Get a headshot on opponent with sniper rifle. How about I visit Classy Courts instead? Hold on, where's Classy Courts at? Oh, well, that's a bit of an issue. How about I purchase an item service from a character? That sounds hype. Do that. Where would I find a character that I can interact with in such a manner? There. I like the little boats with the jump pads on the back. Kinda cool. Yes, snowy region. Why are you floating? You're not supposed to do that. I hear gunshots. Yeah, it was a strange instrument, man. It came with like a generic mouthpiece that was not curved on the inside correctly. And it didn't even have like a number on it. Whoa. But yeah, it was a weird instrument all around. I mean, it actually played, and the valves worked, which is more than I expected, assuming it was going to be cheap crap. The issue I had was with the tuning, because it was didn't come with the right pieces. So I think I have a valid return on my hands when it comes to eBay, because it was not what listed. It's a B flat or A trumpet. It's not B flat, it's only A. A or G, actually. I managed to get it in G using the longer tubes. Band songs? What? What songs? What do you mean by band songs? Like, I read that message and I kind of ignored it for a while because I didn't know what you meant by that. So I'm gonna ask, what do you meant by that? What did you mean? What are you waffling about? Apparently some people have fun with them. I'm getting clowned on Reddit. It's funny. I got posted about the trumpet, and apparently it's a running gag in the r/trumpet to be like cheap, good, piccolo, pick two. Why does the bobber not even animate on water correctly anymore? Oh, so I guess I should talk about this since this is also a podcast and I'm talking about things going on. I've been playing the finals and it's awesome, and I think I'm gonna do a video on it. But I also have said that in the past that I'm gonna do a video on this thing, and then I never do it. So I have to figure out how I'm structuring this, and then I'll do it because I'm having fun with it. It's a little. I got a text back. I was talking about. Oh, yeah, the finals is really fun. Having a lot of fun with it. It's giving me like TF2 vibes, to be honest. I feel like if this game has the right kind of update cycle, it could last a while. I don't know what updates are going to look like when it comes to this kind of game, because the weapons are balanced a very specific way. So I feel like if they just threw new weapons into the equation, it would kind of throw off the balance and just piss people off. So the update cycle might entirely be based on cosmetics and then maybe some new maps. Because that would, like, new maps would change playability a lot more than new weapons should. New weapons changing things would feel like it would be for the worst. It would piss people off more than it would make people happy. New maps is probably always going to be welcome. So hopefully that's the kind of update cycle that the finals ends up with. I really hope this game doesn't die. I don't see any reason why it would. It's a lot of fun. And playing it with friends or by myself. I almost won my first tournament. Like, when I unlocked the tournament mode, I played it, and I got a decent team, and we made it to top 2, and then lost at the very end, because we got wiped and cash out stolen. I think I won a tournament with my friend as well. But I don't know if I can stream the finals, because it's really, it's kind of intensive. I'm surprised it runs as well as it does on my computer, but I also can't imagine that it would run nearly as well as soon as I layer streaming software on top of that, and then having 2 upload streams in addition to, or even just 1. If I didn't bother streaming to YouTube, it still would probably lag too much. It would probably be a graphics budget type issue more than a internet issue. I mean, the game it looks pretty good, and I have never experienced destructible terrain in the way that the finals does it. Fortnite, I guess, technically is a shooter with destructible terrain, especially now that zero build is a thing, so it's not all about the building, but there's still destroyable things. But it's not like that at all. It's like you break the things underneath and the whole building crumbles and, like, lands on top of you, and so you have to, like, navigate these crawl spaces because half of the building collapsed. Check Discord after. Oop, we're headed into the storm. That's dumb. I shouldn't have, like, tabbed out on the train without checking the route. Too bad I'm missing out on that chest now. train's not coming back in the ring for a while. Oh, I got a journey out in front of me. Oh, I left auto run on and took fall damage. Alright. I'm checking Discord now, actually. I finally got texted back after I started the stream. I got texted back and he's like, yeah, we can refund. Minus wrong, lobotomy. Fair enough. Dude, there's a Venn diagram forming. Somebody's got medals. Yeah, shoot at me instead of the guy that's like right up on you. We both have snipers, so if I'm moving in, I gotta do it yesterday. Brick. Swift GS sniper rifle. Dude, I got killed by Robo Morty. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna turn ranked on. You know, I'm playing like garbage. Quests. Why have I not unlocked this? What is an account level? What do you mean by account level? I'm level 41. Earn 50 account levels. And there's random. And land in a different scenario region during different minutes. Honestly, that might push me over the level up threshold. Alright, so I'm gonna land in snow biome. And we're gonna play as if it's ranked because it's ranked. Yeah, the finals has been super fun. I love the way it is balanced. Other than the turrets, I don't like the turrets. You can stack a 3 squad on medium players with the turrets, and then it's just not fun. I'm sure there were ways to play around it. Like RPG, just like wiping out the entire floor, whatever. But yeah, like playing as the light characters and zipping around with a grappling hook and killing people with a sword, or there's the dash that you can use instead. There's also a cloak in combination with knives or throwing knives. So you can basically become Spy TF2. And that's awesome. The heavy class gets a giant fucking sledgehammer, and you basically become a giant wrecking ball, and that's awesome. Oh, they're grittying on me. The medium character is probably my go-to for tournaments, just because I like being able to heal my teammates. And also jump pads are really nice on a lot of the maps. And also their set of primary weapons just feels the best. Like, the F-car is my go-to long range. Or at least it was. I don't know. The damage is kind of low, so it makes it hard to kill targets from full health. But the F-car is good. The revolver feels really nice. Kind of crazy how the revolver is one of the best weapons. Meanwhile, the AK kind of chugs. The AK's good, but it sucks starting out because it feels like shit until you get a feel for how the game just feels in general. Because, I don't know. It's not like Call of Duty or like CSGO where gun accuracy is a big thing. It's more about like one person has a gun, one person has a sword, one person has a RPG, and they all have to be relatively balanced. So the gun's gonna suck. Either the gun's gonna suck in damage, but it's gonna have decent bullet spread, or it's gonna have terrible spread that you cannot control no matter what. But it does decent damage, so you can kind of spray and pray at close range. Man, I got D-ranked from that, I guarantee it. 73. Rank 73. Hurts. No, I didn't lose any. Do you not D-rank in this? I feel like you should D-rank in this. I don't think I've had my rank go down in, like, a while. So what's new in gaming news? Because that's what I do. Every time I do one of these podcasts, I talk about my life for 10 minutes, and then I run out of stuff to talk about. Because I either do it too often, or I'm just a boring person. So then I get into the gaming news, and it's usually pretty depressing. Oh, there was that one game day before that like released, and then 4 days later they were like, okay, the game flopped, we're removing it. Like, the game financially failed. Like, you don't know that because the game's been out for 4 days. You literally haven't received a paycheck yet for having released it. Steam withholds the money for the first month so that if you do something like that, customers can get a refund guaranteed. What was I talking about? See, I get a text message, I have to respond to it, and then I don't know what I was talking about. I lose my train of thought. I genuinely have no clue what I was talking about. Ugh, I hate when that happens. Oh, yeah, that day before game came out. And so, yeah, anyone can get their money back. Uh, if you, for some reason, purchase that game within the 4-day window that it was up on Steam, refund it. Don't let those people get any money from you. I don't care if you think it's funny that you have this relic of a game that basically doesn't exist. Archive it, copy the files somewhere for archival purposes, and then someone will crack it down the line so you can play it. But refund the game on Steam. So, revoke your own Steam key and get your money back because they don't deserve to get paid for this asset flip of a game. And that's what it is. Despite them talking about how much they heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears and all the fixins that they put into this game over the course of 5 years, you can trace almost every single asset in the game back to somewhere that they bought it from. So, like, even the world map is, like, supposedly an asset that they bought. All of the menus are an asset package that they got, like the inventory system. Like, I could never imagine that like a AAA game would use assets like this. Like, those are basic fundamental building blocks of a game that you have a team of people work on for, you know, they make like a baseline. Oh, this is what the map should kind of look like. Thing. They do that for the first, like, this is what the map should look like. They're like, this is how the menus should look like, or this is, once you understand what kind of menus the game is going to call for, you spend 2 weeks fleshing it out enough to where it works, and you're like, this is basically the final product, and then you go back and you revise it, as the game evolves, and then you go back and revise it again at the end, do like an art pass or whatever, and there's your menus for your game. Generally, they're tailor-made for whatever the game is, so having the game menus be an asset that they bought. There's nothing original about this game, dude. Nothing there. Man. Fortnite and Mark-ass Brownlee. What I want for Christmas. My mission to get a kill with this SMG. Yes, it was. I gotta find a player. That train looks graffitied, which means somebody's been there. I think that works. Pasted it. Frig, man, I forget I'm in ranked, and then I run at people because I assume they're all bots. I shouldn't be trying to do challenges in these matches. Challenges kind of complete themselves anyway. I got points for that. You can rank up purely from placement in gold. That's crazy. Apex ranked has me thinking that this is like a genuine ranked system. Fortnite ranked doesn't get serious until you're in like platinum, I guess. Diamond or whatever the... I don't know how Fortnite ranks work. I don't know what the Fortnite ranks are called. Beyond gold. I've never been higher than gold before, I think. I wanna get there. I want to participate in a Fortnite tournament because I think it'd be a funny clickbait title. Random guy. I competed in a Fortnite zero build tournament and had no idea what I was doing. ratted the entire match. I don't know. I feel like it'd be interesting. Okay, let's look into gaming news beyond the day before nonsense. I guess there was the completionist thing. I might have already talked about that on a previous stream. I don't exactly remember. But it's been going on for a while, but it's just looking worse and worse every day. And he responded to what they were saying. Like, so Carl Jobs, you know, the speedrunning, these guys cheated, talk about it guy. And then Mudahar, some ordinary gamer. Like that's the YouTube channel, Some Ordinary Gamers. They worked together and investigated this charity that Gerard, the completionist, the the completionist channel. They basically ran this charity every year. It goes to be for Alzheimer's. They collect a lot of money, and then these guys look at the tax filings and found out that all that money's still sitting in the accounts and they haven't donated a single penny. And so they call up Gerard on Discord and they're like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He's like, "I don't know, man. That's not cool. I didn't know that money was still there." 10-minute getting Kevin out of the basement job. Dude, just get one of his toys. Just get the fishing rod and shake it. And he'll chase it up the steps. Or you can chase him with the leaf blower if you're feeling like you're going to terrorize him. Depends on what he deserves. The Verizon lanyard. Guess that'll work in a pinch. Yeah, give me the AR with the sniper scope and nothing else. It at least needs like a stabilizer or something. Ninja Turtle walked up at me with a sword. He thought I was Mr. Beast for real. Seen a lot of the Ninja Turtle skins. I don't know what's up with that. I've never seen anyone use them, and now I've seen 2 today. And I've only been on for like an hour. What we got here? Shotgun. Issue with trying to get into a Fortnite ranked tournament is that I play zero build, so I'd have to wait for a solo zero build tournament, or I would have to random queue into a duos tournament because I don't have any friends that are my rank in zero build. It's a very niche thing. Like, zero build gets maybe a fifth of the number of like tournament event type things. Everything else is for build mode. And in addition, zero build ranked is primarily duos. It only just now became solos as of the OG season. He thought Mr. Beast was real. He's mad. Mr. Beast is real, but I'm not him. I'm not that guy. And I'm gonna be honest about it. Mr. Beast wishes he was me. He wishes he was just a guy ordering cheap trumpets off of the internet. Instead, he's some rich guy that's like throwing money at countries in order to establish like water systems. Mr. Beast is so real for that. I don't care that people are convinced that he's the Antichrist. I invite him, even if he is the Antichrist. You know what? That says more than if he wasn't. I would be willing to worship Mr. Beast in a cultish manner if it meant that more African countries got water wells drilled for them due to ad revenue. It actually begs the question, does Mr. Beast, where does he source his chocolate from? Because if his chocolate is like Nestle chocolate, then realistically he's just taking money from Africa and then pumping it back into Africa in a roundabout way. That's kind of funny to think about. He's like, I got this chocolate, it might be child slave labor chocolate, but it's okay because now we got water lines. And they'll be like, okay, yeah, whatever. And so he walks away with the clout and nothing else. Man, I got chased down by a literal goat. What the fuck is this guy's skin? What? The cow. Goat. Mr. Beast cured people with blindness and then gave people water. Okay, I'm actually gonna... We're gonna do some research because I am genuinely curious about this. It's a goat, not a yacht. What is wrong with you? Browser source. Browser 2. No, that's not what I want. Cancel. Delete that. I did the wrong thing. Window capture. Create, yeah, just do Chrome. Okay, we're here in Google Chrome. Where does Mr. Beast source his chocolate? This is a genuine question. Who makes Mr. Beast chocolate? Jimmy Don, well, that's Mr. Beast, but that doesn't tell us where the chocolates come from. Ethically and sustainably sourced. What does that mean? Where? Where does Feastable's chocolate come from? Cacao beans in the jungle. Feastable chocolate ethically sourced. Rainforest Alliance in Fair Trade. Child labor. What is happening? Texas bad guys. His success based off a broken system which he and the most get rich exploit. Peaceful chocolate is made with child slave labor. Do not expect 24 year fight. You know, it's made with child labor. Peaceful source of chocolate by pairing with the Rainforest Alliance. Same partners Hershey's uses the facing massive lawsuit exploited child slave labor. Yikes. Yikes. Rainforest Alliance appears to be fighting to end child labor, specifically in African countries. Granted, I've never heard of them before today, but they seem like they're trying to help the solution. Edit found evidence that they still use child labor. Okay, so I was right. I was right, and that makes me sad, but I was right. Mr. Beast is just funneling money from African child slave labor just back into Africa in a roundabout way. That's kind of funny, but it's just tragic. I mean, he can't help it. Where else are you going to grow chocolate? It comes from Africa, and that's what they do in Africa. It's slave labor. I'm sorry. You can't grow it in America. It's a different climate. You can't grow chocolate anywhere else. It has to be in Africa. So he would have to establish his own country or like overthrow a government in order to make a better government. in order to create an area where he could, you know, which I don't know if that would go over well. I don't think Mr. Beast overthrowing the government would go over well. We live in a flawed world. We live in a society. He starts a chocolate factory where he pays employees that are adults. That's the thing. He runs the factory, and the factory employs adults. The problem is the chocolate is farmed from cacao beans that are grown in a forest in like Africa, and the African forest people are children slave. I don't know if it's necessarily slave children or if it's just children that are being required to work jobs that they shouldn't, and thus it's like child labor. Bad. I don't know to what extent it is. I don't know a lot about these sorts of things. I feel like I'm breaking new ground here. I don't think I've heard people talk about the Mr. Beast chocolate or like where it comes from. Nobody's really talked about where it's sourced from, at least that I recall. I feel like I can't help but find it humorous. And I shouldn't be I find things that are shouldn't be funny as funny. I guess I just have to laugh at irony, but just the fact that it's the money's coming from African slave labor and then it's being funneled back, but it has to go through the icky yucky capitalism. You can't just have the money generated by these people go towards the water wells. No, they have to. It has to go to Mr. Beast Land in the United States, and then we have to sell chocolate, and we have to sell merchandise, and we have to do brand deals, and it has to be a content factory on YouTube.com for children to watch. And then the children eat the Mr. Beast chocolate that was grown by children. And then and only then can we reinvest that money back to Africa. Although I guess it's in greater quantity. Maybe this is Mr. Beast's way of coping with the fact that his chocolate is probably coming from that source. Maybe he's like trying to do right by the people there. I don't think that that's a way to do it. Either you boycott the practice until it stops and is improved, and then be willing to fund the improvements. Be like, I run this big chocolate company and I refuse to do business with you. And you partner with Hershey and you both don't use their chocolate unless they stop employing children. And then when they do stop employing children, you then like pay them a lot more, or whatever. I know we're gonna build water wells. That's how we do right by people. It's whatever. I'm not angry at Mr. Beast for building water wells. I mean, look, Nestle is a company that exists, and they don't build water wells for African children. Hershey is a company that exists, and they don't build water wells for African children. But at least Mr. Beast is doing that. could have had chocolate that doesn't do good things, but instead you got chocolate that does good things. They both still come from the same bad place, but one's at least doing something positive, I guess. First person to overthrow African governments gets 1 million challenge. That's... I'm pretty sure that's just called the American Industrial Complex. It's called first person to engineer a new rocket system, new guided missile system gets our expensive contract challenge. I'm gonna get this thing removed from YouTube just from the subject matter we're talking about. I'm gonna get banned. That's funny. Nobody's even tuned in on YouTube. That's hilarious. It doesn't matter. Yo, I got the runaway eraser. What's the difference between these two skins? They're the same. You gave me the same skin twice. That's so cool. I love it. And the rewards system has been bugging out recently. Fortnite. Go locker. We're gonna make a new character. Run. Run. Oh, you don't have a back bling. We'll give you something cool. A big key. Oh. Calico coconut. That's adorable, actually. Leave that on there. Run. New thing. Pom-poms. I should have the pom-poms, right? Velocity. Yeah, that's... Oh, you do have a back bling, okay. I like this glider. Wait, it has styles? What? Oh, no it doesn't. Thought it did. Aww. A picture of my cat and my dog playing together. They tolerate each other, and that's awesome. Couldn't ask for much more than that. Can't they just call it chapter OG, season OG? They have to put chapter 4, season 4. Or bar. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pointed I know. Spider. I bought that battle pass and I check group chat. Yeah, I saw the talk. Maybe you sent that before I reacted on here. Bananas. You know what? We'll go bananas. Awesome. Save character. Name your preset. Racer girl. Racer girl, because I kept pressing the wrong key. And we're gonna do some racing because I suck at regular Fortnite and been getting good at the racing game, so I'm gonna be playing that. Battle Pass. You do get some cars in the Battle Pass, which is good because I feel like default car when everyone's using it sucks. Oop. It's not the right button. Pro gamer Connor's going crazy. Pretty sure these are generic. Maybe I'll finally splurge for that Iwi. Assuming I can find the model I want. They ought to bring those ones back into production. I don't know why they stopped making the old ones. You have to buy it second hand and the rubber bit will have been chewed to death. Like, I don't want to buy an instrument that I can't put my hands or my mouth on first. Especially after this whole trumpet thing. In between those two things, I don't know what to... Oh, there was the Game Awards. The Game Awards happened between Uh, between like the last time I did one of these streams and now. So I could talk about the Game Awards. I don't have much to say other than I don't know what the fuck Alan Wake is. So there's that. But it apparently it's so awesome that it had to win everything. Kind of fucked up that they were like cutting off the Nintendo people. Meanwhile, I spent all the time I had. Yeah. I am like texting while driving, and I'm not even in last place yet. Honestly, texting while driving, slept on strategy. I have like 2 tiers of boost now. Basically means I can come from the back and... This is why you don't have your license? No, I don't have my license because by the time I became eligible, I basically had like 7 months until I would have to go back and redo it anyway. You can get your license as a kid, but then you have to go back to the DMV when you turn 18 to get like your adult license. And since I'm like 17 and a half, I see no point in getting my license at the age of 17 and a half. I'm just gonna go back and get it when I turn 18 in summer. So, I don't have to worry about getting my parking pass. Oh, this is only a 3-lap race. Oh, man. Alright, whatever. 8th place. That's not terrible. Next thing while driving. I'm playing Fortnite. The game is on rails. If I was really driving, I would try and use voice text, and that would only be when I'm at like a stoplight. And that's assuming I even read or heard the text in the first place. A ranked recap of like driver defender, probably. No, I do not defend that behavior. It upsets me when I see relatives doing it. Makes me angry. Makes my blood boil. Of awarded games, I really need to get Baldur's Gate and I need to play it. Also, I'm really excited for the Steam winter sale, except I have no money. So, well, that's not true. I have this Christmas bonus that I need cashed. So hopefully I'll have money to spend in the Christmas sale by that point. But, 9%. It's not terrible. I found RPG Architect and I'm like, this is a neat project, I want to get in on the ground floor while it's on Steam and it's cheap. And they're like, okay, well, we're participating in the Steam Winter Sale. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll hold on until the Steam Winter Sale, and then I'll get RPG Architect, and then I'll make my first proper video game. And I think what I want to do is I want to base the game that I make off of our D&D campaign that we have ongoing. So if I can flesh out the story in a way that works, then I'll use that world as a baseline to make this video game that I want to make. At least I'll use the beginning as a baseline to make a mock-up of what I would want to do. I love how these cars control differently no matter what you're playing them in. Like, these are the cars from Rocket League, but they don't control like they do in Rocket League, because Rocket League isn't a racing game. But then you play Fortnite, like Battle Royale, and then the sports cars turn into these. And then they control like they always did in Fortnite. Which is just as confusing. So, like, what this car looks like has nothing to do with what this car drives like. Entirely based on the mode. And it's just strange. You can actually buy Christmas presents. Song stuck in your head where it's like America. Yeah. Alan Wake. Freedom oil, miles, inches, feet, yards, meter. Yep. Ball. Two ball. Alright, what's my ring? Man, this is a steady climb. Up truck. Gun. I wish I was like funny. That'd be cool, because then I would be like good at this whole streaming thing. But I feel like I'm only funny when I have people to bounce off of, and when you're in my chat and you're the other person in my chat, it doesn't work. And we're both like half asleep, so it also doesn't work. You're tired, I'm tired, so I'm probably just gonna end the stream here. But I don't know. I got to vent about my trumpet nonsense, and we're gonna work on refunding it. So that's neat. Guess that'll be it. I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button.